7 Mini Horror Christmas Stories by Colton Dennis. Evil Christmas Toys. A conveyor belt appears. Moving. The toys appear being placed onto the conveyor belt, being grabbed, then placed into their boxes. Number 1 appears, then smiles. We're gonna have such a wonderful Christmas this year. All the children will want these new toys. And they'll have so much fun with them too. Oh, what fun giving is, especially around Christmas time, said number 1 laughing, then walks away. The employees continue putting the toys into the boxes. The office door opens then shuts. Number 1 is whistling, closes blinds, then looks at the picture on the wall. The picture gets taken off of the wall. A drawing of a pentagram appears on the wall. Number 1 smiles. Is it time? Asked demonic voice number 1. Almost. Wait. Another few hours. Then once all the children open their presents and see their toys, they'll just die, said number 1 laughing. That's the plan, said demonic voice number 1. Christmas morning. 2. Children are running downstairs, then see the presents surrounding the Christmas tree. Can we open them now? Asked kid number 1. Yeah, go right ahead. Open your presents, said woman number 1. Number 2 standing next to woman number 1 then smiles. I can't wait to see their faces. The children are ripping off their wrapping paper. A teddy bear appears. Kid number 1 hugs the teddy bear. Kid number 2 raises a vampire doll. I love it, said kid number 2. Both the teddy bears and the vampire doll's eyes turn red, then start attacking the children. Both number 2 and woman number 1 are screaming. Both the teddy bear and the vampire doll run towards both number 2 and woman number 1. Number 1 appears outside of the building, locks the door, then walks away humming and quat, jingle bells, and quat. The end. Ghost of the houses past. Lily appears sleeping in her bed. A creaking sound comes from the distance. Lily opens her eyes, sits up in her bed, then looks around her bedroom. A rocking chair appears in the corner of the bedroom. Moving. Mommy, is that you? Mommy? Asked Lily. The bedroom light turns on. Mary appears in the bedroom doorway. Oh dear, what are you doing up this late? Asked Mary. I thought I heard a noise, said Lily. Oh, all right. It could have just been me, honey. I was going to the bathroom when I heard you called for me. All right, try to go back to sleep, said Mary. Lily lays back down onto her bed. Mary walks towards the bedroom door. Mommy, could you leave the door open? Asked Lily. Of course, honey, said Mary, walking out of the bedroom. Lily looks at the rocking chair in the corner, then closes her eyes. 1 a.m. The moon is shining into the bedroom. Lily is rolling around in her bed. And quat, Lily, and quat, and quat, Lily, and quat, said male voice number 1 echoing. Lily opens her eyes. Mommy, is that you? Mommy? Asked Lily, sitting up in her bed, rubbing her eyes, then looking at the rocking chair in the corner. A figure appears sitting in the rocking chair in the corner. Lily, said male voice number 1 echoing. Lily continues staring at the figure. Who are you? Asked Lily. Lily, come with me. I'll show you a better place, said male voice number 1 echoing. Please, go away. Go, said Lily. The figure lifts its head. You will come with me, Lily. The figure quickly stands up. Lily gets startled. You will come with me, said male voice number 1 echoing. I don't want to go with you, said Lily. Why not? Asked male voice number 1. Because you're a stranger. And you're also not real, said Lily. The figure moves its hands up. The bones are cracking. The figure walks towards Lily. Lily screams. The bedroom light turns on. Lily, what's wrong? Asked Mary. Lily is hiding underneath her blankets. Someone was in my room. He was in the rocking chair. He wanted me to go with him, said Lily. Oh honey, it was only a bad dream. There's nothing here. See, said Mary, standing next to the rocking chair. But he was there, said Lily. Who was? Asked Mary. Daddy, said Lily. Honey, Daddy died a long time ago. Remember, he was buried in the backyard because he was hurting Mommy. Now, go to sleep, honey, said Mary, walking towards the bedroom door, then stops at the doorway. Mommy, are you sure he's gone? Asked Lily. Yes, honey, your father is dead and buried, said Mary. Turning the light switch off. The figure appears behind Mary. Lily screams. A skeleton hand covers Mary's mouth. Mary gets pulled into the darkness. And quat, Mommy, and quat, yelled Lily. The skeleton hand grabs the inside doorway of the bedroom. The skeleton appears, then laughs. The end. Chestnuts are the secret ingredient. Richard appears sitting in the living room watching television. Oh, come on, you call that a defense? Where's it at? Come on, you bastards, said Richard. Tori appears in the kitchen turning dough. A plate full of gingerbread men appears on the counter. The oven dings. Oh, my next batch is done. Richard is yelling in the distance. Honey, it's only a game, said Tori. These fucking bastards can't play for shit, said Richard. Oh, honey, relax, said Tori, grabbing the spatula. The gingerbread men are being taken off of the cookie sheet, then placed onto their plate. Richard throws some chips at the television. Tori is humming, then walks into the living room. I can't believe this. They're never gonna get to the Super Bowl like this, said Richard. Would you like a gingerbread man? Asked Tori. No thanks, honey, said Richard. Are you sure? Asked Tori. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, come on. How'd you miss that field goal? You bunch of bastard players. A blind man could have kicked that, said Richard. Honey, I suggest you take a gingerbread man. You're really stressed. And I guarantee these will calm you down, said Tori. Yeah, maybe you're right. Thanks, honey, said Richard, grabbing a gingerbread man. Tori walks away humming. Richard continues yelling. Honey, the gingerbread man, said Tori. Oh yeah, it'll calm me down, said Richard, biting the gingerbread man. Oh, this is really good. What's in it, honey? Asked Richard. Oh, just the usual ingredients. But this year, I added a new flavor, said Tori. Yeah, what's that? Asked Richard, biting the gingerbread man again. Chestnuts, said Tori, walking away. Richard gasps, then slowly groans. Honey, where's my EpiPen? I need my EpiPen, said Richard, walking, then falls into the hallway wall. The kitchen appears. Tori appears, stirring a spoon. Are you all right, honey? Asked Tori. Where's my EpiPen? I need it, said Richard, gasping. Why, dear, are you allergic to something? Asked Tori. Yeah, nuts, said Richard. Oh dear, well, I guess I won't have to worry about that anymore. Richard holds his throat, then collapses onto the kitchen floor. Oh dear, I made too many cookies. Maybe the church will like them. Hopefully. Tori, carrying their plate full of gingerbread men, then steps over Richard's body. Excuse me, dear, said Tori, walking away. The end. The elf virus. The North Pole appears. The elves appear making toys. Keep up the good work, everyone. We'll be on time this year, said Harley the elf. The toys are being grabbed, then placed onto the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt is moving. The toys are being wrapped. The present approaches the end of the conveyor belt, then falls off of it. More elves appear, grab the presents, then hand them off. The presents are being placed into the sleigh. Buckles the elf appears, hands a present, then wipes off the sweat. Are you all right, Buckles? Asked Olivia the elf. Yeah, I'm fine. I think I just caught a cold, said Buckles the elf. You should go lie down, said Olivia the elf. No, I need to keep working, said Buckles the elf. Footsteps are walking. Nice work, everyone, said Harley the elf. Harley, I don't think Buckles feels well, said Olivia the elf. I think you're right, Buckles. You need to rest if you're sick. You know the rules. And quat, not healthy, not helping, and quat. Now go lie down, said Harley the elf. Thank you, Harley, said Buckles. The elf walking away. The elves continue handing the presents to each other. Is he gonna be all right? Asked Olivia the elf. I hope so, but, you know Buckles. He loves trying to help others. That's what makes him a great elf, said Harley the elf walking away. Buckles appears rolling around in his bed, then groans. A puddle of sweat appears on Buckles's bed. Buckles opens his eyes, then gasps his last breath. A low moaning sound echoes. Buckles's eyes turn yellow, then he sits up, talking in the distance. The elves appear walking around. Zombie Buckles the elf is walking, then bumps into the bedroom door. The bedroom door opens ajar, then all the way. Zombie Buckles the elf walks out of the bedroom, then moans. Elf number 1 appears walking, then sees the bedroom door open ajar. Buckles? Buckles? Asked elf number 1. A moaning sound comes from behind elf number 1. Elf number 1 turns around, then sees Zombie Buckles the elf. Zombie Buckles the elf lunges at elf number 1, then starts ripping him apart. The elves continue walking around and working. I'm really worried about Buckles, said Olivia the elf. He'll be fine, I promise you, said Megan the elf, screaming in the distance. All of the elves look into the direction of the scream. Zombie elves appear. Oh dear, what do we do? Megan asked Olivia the elf, looking at Megan the elf. Zombie elf number 1 bites Megan the elf's neck. Megan the elf screams. Olivia the elf stands up, then runs. Zombie elves are growling. Olivia the elf runs up the staircase, then bumps into Harley the elf. Harley the elf falls down the staircase, then groans. What is the matter with you? I heard some screaming, said Harley the elf. Harley, look out, said Olivia the elf. Harley the elf turns around. Zombie elves start attacking Harley the elf. Harley the elf starts screaming. Help, said Harley the elf. Sorry, sir. Olivia the elf, running, gets to Santa's office door, then starts banging onto it. Santa, Santa. The elves are killing each other. Santa, Santa. Santa's office door opens. A chewing sound comes from inside Santa's office. Zombie Santa appears, chewing on Mrs. Claus's body. Santa. Zombie Santa looks up at Olivia the elf, then growls. Olivia the elf walks backwards, then bumps into Zombie Buckles the elf. Zombie Buckles. The elf growls, then bites Olivia the elf's neck. Olivia the elf screams, then wakes up. Oh my, what a horrible nightmare, said Olivia the elf, turning on the bedroom light. Zombie elves appear around Olivia the elf's bed. Olivia the elf screams. The end. Santa Claus followed you home. Woman number 1 appears carrying a few bags, then gets to her van. The side door of the van opens. Yeah, I know. I just picked up the food for Christmas. I know. It's going to be a great party this weekend. Yeah, alright. I'm about to drive. So, I'll talk to you later. Bye, said woman number 1, hanging up her cell phone. The driver door opens, then shuts. The van starts, then drives out of the parking lot. Woman number 1 is humming. The van continues driving. Man number 1 appears wearing a Santa Claus suit, walking down the sidewalk. The traffic light turns red. The van stops. Woman number 1 puts some lipstick on, then continues humming. Man number 1 in the Santa Claus suit continues walking down the sidewalk. The traffic light turns green. The van drives through the traffic light. Woman number 1 continues humming, then drops her lipstick. Man number 1 in the Santa Claus suit is walking across the road. Woman number 1 is looking down at the van floor, then tries feeling for the lipstick. The van speeds up. Man number 1 in the Santa Claus suit looks up, then gasps. The van hits man number 1 in the Santa Claus suit. Woman number 1 gasps, looks out the windshield, then doesn't see anything. The van continues driving. A house appears. The van pulls into the driveway, stops, then turns off. The driver door opens, then shuts. Woman number 1 is humming, then walks towards her house. The front door unlocks, then opens. The van appears in the driveway. A boot appears underneath the van. Man number 1 in the Santa Claus suit falls onto the driveway, then crawls out from underneath the van. That bitch, said number 1 in the Santa Claus suit. Woman number 1 appears in the bedroom, then turns on the shower. Clothes are being taken off, then thrown onto the bathroom floor. The bedroom window appears cracked open. Man number 1 in the Santa Claus suit appears standing next to the bedroom window, then slowly opens it. Woman number 1 continues humming, then washes her body. A shadow moves in the bedroom. Woman number 1 looks at the bathroom doorway. Hello, hello. Is that you, Jack? Jack. Woman number 1 turns off the shower, grabs a towel, then walks into the bedroom. Jack, are you here? Said woman number 1, walking, then passes the closed window. Man number 1 in the Santa Claus suit appears in the hallway, then watches woman number 1 getting dressed. Woman number 1 continues humming, walks towards the bed, moves the blankets, then covers herself up. The bedroom light turns off. Woman number 1 closes her eyes. A creaking sound comes from the distance. Woman number 1 opens her eyes, looks into the bedroom doorway, then lays back down. A shadow appears on the wall of the hallway. Woman number 1 rolls onto her left side. Footsteps are approaching the bed. Another creaking sound. Woman number 1 sighs, sits up, then sees number 1 in the Santa Claus suit holding an axe. Ho ho ho, bitch. Woman number 1 screams. The axe goes into woman number 1's head. Woman number 1 falls onto the bed. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, said number 1 in the Santa Claus suit, laughing, then walks away. The end. Grandma got killed by a rabid reindeer. Snow appears falling. Grandma appears walking down the staircase. The front door opens. Grandma grabs the newspaper, then looks at the snow falling. Oh, another snowy day. My goodness. I hope I don't have to shovel again. The front door closes. Grandma is walking, then gets to the kitchen. Some cocoa will help with this weather. A cabinet door opens. A box of cocoa is being grabbed. A package gets ripped open, then poured into a mug. The mug gets placed into the microwave. The microwave turns on. A rustling sound comes from outside. Oh, it better not be those kids again, said Grandma. The back door opens. The trash can appears on its side. Grandma walks down the back porch staircase. The trash can is being picked up. A figure moves in the distance. Grandma looks up, then sees a figure moving behind the bushes. Morning, neighbor, said woman number 1. Morning, said Grandma. What are you doing out in this weather? Asked woman number 1. Damn. Kids knocked over my garbage again, said Grandma. Yeah. They don't have any respect anymore, said woman number 1. Ain't that the truth, said Grandma. Well, see you later, neighbor, said woman number 1. Grandma waves, looks at the bushes, then walks into her house. The back door shuts. Damn kids. I hope they get pneumonia out there, said Grandma. The figure is walking towards the neighbor's house. Woman number 1 appears on the back porch reading a book. A banging sound comes from outside. What the hell? Woman number 1 looks out the back porch window. The trash cans appear on their sides. Damn it, now. They're coming after my garbage. Damn kids, said woman number 1, putting the book onto the table, opens the back porch door, then walks down the staircase. The trash cans are being picked up. The figure is moving behind woman number 1. Woman number 1 walks back up the staircase, shuts the back porch door, then grabs the book. A banging in the distance. Woman number 1 looks up, then slowly walks into her kitchen. The banging sound continues. Woman number 1 grabs a knife. The banging sound gets louder. Woman number 1 slowly walks, then gets to the living room doorway. 2 reindeer appear destroying items. Woman number 1 gasps, then drops the knife. Both reindeer look at the living room doorway, see woman number 1, then snort. Woman number 1 slowly walks backwards. Both reindeer run towards woman number 1. Woman number 1 screams. Grandma appears, sitting on the couch. The television channels are changing. Grandma places the remote onto the table, screaming in the distance. What on earth was that? Grandma stands up, then looks out the living room window. Must be some kids running around, screaming in the distance again. Grandma looks out the living room window again. What is she doing? The front door opens. Grandma walks towards the neighbor's house, then knocks onto the front door. Hey, are you all right in there? Hello? The front door opens. Hello? Are you all right in here? Grandma walks into the house, then slowly walks through the living room. Oh my God. Woman number 1's body appears all torn apart. I need to call the cops. Grandma runs out of the house, then towards her house. The front door opens, the shuts. The phone. Grandma grabs the telephone receiver, then starts pressing the buttons. A banging sound comes from the distance. What the hell? Grandma walks towards her kitchen, looks into it, then stops. A clicking sound on the kitchen floor. A reindeer appears, then snorts. Dear Lord, said Grandma. The end. Horrors at the Christmas hotel. All right, here's your room key. Have a nice stay, ladies, said number 1 behind the counter. Woman number 1 and woman number 2 are walking away. The front door open. Jones appears, then approaches the counter. I'd like a room, said Jones. Of course, sir. Just sign in. And I'll need your information, said number 1. Here you are, said Jones, handing his driver's license. All right, you're all checked in. Here's your room key. Room 212, said number 1. Thank you, sir, said Jones, picking up his suitcase. Room 212 appears. Jones puts the key into the lock, then opens the door. "Oh, hello. I'm Marcy," said Marcy, appearing down the hallway. "Jones, nice to meet you, ma'am," said Jones. "Oh, if you get lonely, I'm in room 220, just down the hall," said Marcy. "All right, ma'am. Good night," said Jones, shutting the hotel door, then places his suitcase down. A sewing machine is running. The fabric gets picked up. "Oh, how magnificent," said Marcy, smiling. Knocking on the hotel door. Marcy stands up, then walks towards the hotel door. The hotel door opens. "Ma'am, here's your information back. You forgot it downstairs," said number 1. "Oh, how careless of me. Thank you for bringing it back," said Marcy. "Just doing what's right, ma'am," said number 1, starting to walk. "Oh, would you like to come in? I'd like to reward you," said Marcy. "I'm still working, ma'am," said number 1. "It'll just be for a minute," said Marcy. Number 1 smiles, then walks into the hotel room. The hotel door shuts. "What can I help you with, ma'am?" asked number 1. Marcy smiles. "Just an experiment," said Marcy. "I hope it's quick," said number 1. "It will be, sir," said Marcy. Number 1 turns towards around, then gasps. A pair of scissors appear in number 1's chest. "Shh, just let go," said Marcy. Number 1 collapses onto the floor. Woman number 1 and woman number 2 appear. Walking. Jones appears, then walks past both woman number 1 and woman number 2. "Hello," said Jones. "Hi," said both woman number 1 and woman number 2. Jones walks down the hallway. The hotel door opens, then shuts. Marcy is watching from her hotel door. "He was kinda cute," said woman number 1. "You think everyone's cute when you're drunk, but I have to say, yes, he was," said woman number 1. "What do you want to do tonight?" asked woman number 2. "I'm just gonna have a bath, then go to bed," said woman number 1. "All right, enjoy. I'll just head off to sleep." Woman number 2 smiles. "In that guy's bed," whispered woman number 2. Woman number 1 walks into the bathroom. Woman number 2 grabs the hotel key, then opens the door. The hotel door slowly shuts. Woman number 2 smiles, then turns around. The pair of scissors go into woman number 2's eye. Woman number 2 collapses onto the hallway floor. Marcy smiles, then grabs the hotel key. The hotel door opens. Woman number 1 appears in the bath. "Hey, is that you? Did you go somewhere?" "Hello, must have gone out." Woman number 1 starts shaving her legs. Marcy slowly approaches the bathtub. A creaking noise comes from the distance. "Oh, I thought you went out." Woman number 1 looks up, then sees Marcy. "Who the hell are you?" asked woman number 1. "Your last visual," said Marcy, throwing a hairdryer into the bathtub. Woman number 1 being electrocuted. Marcy is smiling. Jones is whistling, appears walking down the hallway, then looks at the hallway floor. Blood appears on the floor. "Is that blood?" Jones touches the blood. "Jesus, I better call the police. Hopefully no one's hurt." The hotel door opens. Jones walks towards the telephone, then picks up the receiver. "Hello, hello." The button is being pressed. Jones looks at the telephone wire, then sees it's cut. "Oh my God," said Jones. "Not even close," said Marcy, appearing behind Jones. Jones turns around, then gasps. The pair of scissors appear in Jones's chest. Jones gasps, then walks backwards. Marcy is smiling. Jones trips over the end of the table, then goes through the hotel room window. A thudding sound. Marcy walks towards the hotel window, sees Jones's body, smiles, walks away, then starts humming and quote, "A holly jolly Christmas," and quote. The end.